मेरा नाम Tien है। मैं representative ambassador से Taiwan हूँ। Namaskar. First of all, I would like to thank Ram Madhavji to invite me to participate in this very meaningful and forward-looking conclave. I'm very honored to have this opportunity to stay with so many eminent scholars, politicians, MPs, and particularly I would like to thank all the friends from India. Yesterday, I had listened to my colleague, ambassador from Israel, Daniel Kamen. He mentioned that he was a minority. Taiwan probably is a minority among minority in terms of relationship, diplomatic relationship with India. Taiwan and India, we do not have diplomatic relations. Technically speaking, we had relations, diplomatic relations, from 1947 to 1949, only 2 years. When China established India, you changed diplomatic recognition from Taiwan, the Republic of China, to the People's Republic of China. I hope you never regret. Before coming to India, I had the opportunity to serve in various countries, United States, Canada, Australia, Fiji, just to name a few. I believe probably India is the most diversified, most sophisticated, and most challenging, and with the most profound culture, civilizations among the countries I've served. The very common questions I've been asked by my Indian friends: how do you like India? My answer varies from the very beginning till now. In the beginning, my answer was, acha, which is very polite. And gradually, my answer became, bahut acha. And now my answer is, mujhe Bharat acha lagata hai. In 2014, I think there are two developments strengthened, or rather changed, the impression of India. 2014, May the 26th, I had the honor and privilege to be invited to participate Modi ji's inauguration. I think people, you had made a choice to select an able leader to lead this country to another level, another trajectory. Projects like Make India, Startup India, Skill India, Smart Cities, I think eventually will transform India to a different country. He changed the lifestyle of the people. He elevated the confidence level of India domestically and internationally. He also changed my lifestyle. I have to work even harder to put these two countries together. Another incident also happened, I think, if not equally important, in 2014. You have created, I should not say that, a noble person had been anointed a laureate of Nobel Peace Prize, Kailash Satyarthi. I think his nominations also bring another factor of characteristics of India, of humanitarianism. So I personally had honor to invite him and accompany him to visit Taiwan in the beginning of 2015. And he gave a very inspiring speeches. And he inspired so many youngsters in Taiwan. I remember he said in one of his speeches that Nobel Peace Prize is only a comma in my life. Only when the child labor is totally abolished, finished, that peace prize will be a period in my life. So I'm very much appreciate that you have created such a humanitarian, noble soul from India. Yesterday, I also had the honor to travel from the airport to here. Along about 1.5 hours journey, I met a young lawyer by the name of Vikrant Pachananda. I think he's probably somewhere over there. I was surprisingly happy to understand that this young lawyer, he knew about Taiwan. We were talking about Taiwan, not talking about Thailand. So I'm very surprised, and I'm happy. And he graduated from Cornell University, law degree. And our new leader, our president, happened to be Cornell graduates, Tsai Ing-wen. Taiwan, for the past 5 decades, we are not as lucky as any other countries like India or the United States. Taiwan is a country we do not have natural resources. So we have strived, we have worked even harder to reach what we reached now. Taiwan always been praised like an economic miracle. I think miracle will not happen just like that. For the last 6 decades, we do work hard. In the 60s, we have import substitution policy. 70s, we're trying to expand our export, and then so on and so forth. Now, we have created an economy and per capita income by PPP about 40-some thousand US dollars. Aside from that, you know, we have a very, very hostile neighbor, or relatives, if you will, watching us all the time. This year, also for Taiwan, we also have a political election. An opposition leader, she was elected as the unprecedented female president in Chinese-speaking world. And we are very proud of that. But because of the party policy, there are some hurdles or challenges, I believe, she is going to face for the years to come. And Taiwan and India, after 1949, it was being left empty for about 50 years, until 1995, We established our office in New Delhi. You established your office in Taipei by the different names. My name here is TECC. Okay, it sounds like a company sells computers or or refrigerator. And your office in Taiwan is called ITA. Sounds like a travel agency. But we have to live with it. But you see, even though for the past 20 years, I have to say we're doing a wonderful job between our two countries. Our trade volume has been increased 600% compared with 2000. At one time, we reached 7.5 billion US dollars. Aside from that, we also established 11 training centers. We established some language training centers in some of the very renowned, prominent universities, IIT Bombay, IIT Madras, IIT Delhi, JNU, you name it, we have established the language training centers. The reason for that, we would like to use the language as a bridge to connect the youngsters between our two countries. And we also like to provide scholarships for the talented and young Indian students to study in Taiwan. In this moment, we have 1,143 Indian students studying in Taiwan. And out of that, 200 were offered scholars. And the new government, they're going to implement so-called the new southbound policy. India is going to play a very, very important role in this new southbound policy. And in that, we are going to double the students to study in Taiwan. In that policies, we are going to introduce our IT industries to cooperate with the Indian, because I think India, you are the brightest brain in the world. In Taiwan, we are very proud. We have a very good hardware. So that kind of a marriage and combination, I believe, going to create a very beneficial effect for both our two countries. And we are hoping that our new southbound policy will match your Act East policy. In closing, I would again to thank Ramadav Ji. He is very, very good friend of Taiwan, and he visited Taiwan a number of times. And even your Honorable Prime Minister Modi Ji, he also visited Taiwan. So I believe our relations, aside from the diplomatic relations, substantial relations, will increase for the years to come. Once again, I hope you have a very successful conclave, and you have a very good health. Thank you very much.